My journey started in a small town on the Maryland Eastern Shore called St. Michael's.
Harold Douglas Baines, the pride and joy of that small town on Maryland's Eastern Shore. A town of just over 1,000 people. A town where the Hall of Famer fell in love with the game of baseball.
More of the neighborhoods getting together, playing each other. That's where I learned a lot of my baseball traits. My father was a good baseball player. He played so-called semi-pro, and every town had a team. So I would follow him around playing. That's pretty much how I learned how to play. But once I got to high school, when I was a freshman, that's when the scouts started coming around. And then I just played the game. I didn't expect to be drafted or anything like that. I just loved the game of baseball.
Before Baines began his Hall of Fame career in the big leagues, it started right here in St. Michael's, where he was an All-American his senior year, which helped lead him to be the #1 overall draft pick in his class.
I got a call the night before that possibly I would be drafted by the Chicago White Sox in the first round. And I didn't have an agent. You know, I was kind of naive of all that side of the game. So I had to get in the phone book, look up a lawyer, and I got a local lawyer that represented me the next day. But, you know, I'm very honored to be drafted, but I just wanted to play a game of baseball.
Baines spent 22 years in the bigs, 14 of those with the team that drafted him in the Chicago White Sox. A mainstay in the White Sox lineup throughout his career, wreaking havoc on opposing pitchers, Baines has also been a stalwart in the community. Teaming up with Bay 100 Youth Task Force, him and his wife, along with that organization, have helped raise thousands of dollars for scholarships for student athletes across 4 other Talbot County high schools. He also contributes to the St. Michael's High School Alumni Association Scholarship Fund as well.
It was always a scholarship. I just piggyback off somebody else to help raise money. I started a golf tournament like 20 years ago. We raised a lot of money for the scholarship, and then eventually they put my name on it. But you know, it's basically like I was a kid once and people took care of me. It's just me giving back for what they did for me.
With social media helping student athletes gain exposure to be recruited to play at the next level, the 6-time All-Star says hitting the books and surrounding yourself with good people is key.
Education first, you know, that's the most important thing. And everybody's advice is not good advice. Find the right good person to be around. I mean, you're going to have some friends, but make sure they're true friends before you go down that road, and just enjoy the game of baseball.
Baines faced the likes of fellow Hall of Famer Randy Johnson, saying that was the toughest pitcher he faced, yet just 2 years ago off the field, he had his toughest test yet. Baines inherited a disease called amyloidosis, which required him to have emergency surgery.
I inherited the disease that I had, and fortunately they caught it early enough that could save my life. You know, it was the donor that saved my life, but I was in a position to be healthy enough to accept the donor. I got a kidney and a heart at the same time. I hope people just, there's a way you can donate, not donate, but just put your name, donor on your license plate. That'll help a lot of people that really need your help.
The Hall of Famer enjoyed a career that spanned over 2 decades, rounding the bases 384 times. Yet, for Baines, his favorite trip home is the one back to that small town on Maryland's Eastern Shore where his journey began.
I stayed the same. I didn't get the big head like some people can when they have a professional career. You know, I grew up here, I love here, and I think I'll retire here. I'm not retired yet, but I will retire here. It's a great community to grow up in.
Reporting in St. Michael's, Maryland, Corey Naito, the Delmarva Sports Network.